Steve, Amber, of the 70 different challenges, 45 concerned deceased voters. Now, while the board did allow some of those ballots to count, they voted against others.
He legally voted during the allotted time frame with his ID. There is no reason his vote should not count.
The daughter of a deceased Wake County man addressing the board Friday morning, explaining her father cast his ballot during early voting but died prior to Election Day.
Please don't rob a civil servant, 78-year-old veteran, of one of his last acts, which he took such pride in doing.
It was not the sole testimony on this issue, with the board hearing remarks on 3 separate votes, one of which came from board member Greg Flynn, ultimately voting to allow the 3 votes to count.
Because it's evidence that they voted, that was their ballot, and that the law, which is meant to defend against other people voting a dead person's ballot, is out of date.
However, Flynn and ultimately the board opted against counting the other 42 votes. Member Keith Weatherly disagreed with allowing any of the ballots.
Well, I spoke up that we've got to obey the law, and the law now as it stands, that hasn't been refuted by any legal source that I know of, that we have no discretion in this matter, but if the person votes and then dies before the election day, we're required to remove that ballot.
The board chair, Erica Porter, acknowledged the decision to allow those 3 votes could potentially open them up to lawsuits, but added this is an issue she'd like to take up with the legislature.
They were legal to cast their ballot. These aren't folks who came up in our felony registry. These are not people who came up as non-citizens. These are folks who did everything that we asked them to do, and they completed their challenge. And the only thing they did wrong was they passed away.
And coming up at 6, as more counties certify those results, we're getting a closer look at what those final margins may look like, the recounts that could be in store, including right here in the Triangle. I'm Michael Perchik, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Michael, let's dive deeper into this idea of the people who were dead and voting. You said there were 45 in total, 3 were certified today. Those 42 others, is the Board of Elections satisfied that that those ballots were cast, those are on the up and up, or will there be a deeper investigation into it?
So those ballots were denied. Those votes are not going to count. The belief is similar to the 3 ballots that were counted, that these were individuals who voted legally prior to the election day, but passed away prior to the election. Now, a memo from the State Board of Elections from 2 years ago does make it pretty clear that an individual has to survive through election day for their vote to count. Again, the testimony for the 3 individuals, those ballots did count according to the Wake County Board of Elections. The 42 others in which no testimony was provided, those ballots were denied.